Evening, everyone. So I'm somewhere a little bit different tonight, as you can see. Have a look around. I'm in deepest, darkest West Berkshire, and I'm at the Watermill Theatre. So if people don't know the Watermill Theatre, it's known as the West Berkshire Playhouse. It's as you can see, a converted old watermill. You can just see behind me there, and it's just outside Newbury in a place called Bagner. I've been coming in now for quite a few years, actually quite a lot of years, and they're well known in the summer for putting on big musicals. We're here tonight for the UK premiere of a musical called Amelie, which I think I'm pronouncing right. I might come back to you afterwards and say that's not how you pronounce it. So it's a Broadway musical. So as with the majority of musicals nowadays, this was developed in the USA. It's based on the French film, Academy Award nominated film actually, of the same name, and was developed in the Berkeley Playhouse initially with Samantha Barks, and then the show had a very short run on Broadway with Philippa Sue, Tony nominated for playing Eliza Hamilton in Hamilton. So tonight is the preview, and the show is premiering here prior to a UK tour all around the UK. So as always, in the comments below, I'm going to stick down some the website, how to get tickets, where the tour's going, etc, etc. A little bit off the beaten track is where it is, and it always astounds me because actually you'll see if we're inside. I will try and sneak a few pictures for you. It's quite a small auditorium, and I think, as with Little Miss Sunshine the other week, I do wonder how that will transfer into big houses. But however, haven't seen the show yet. Looking forward to it immensely. I do know some of the score, so there's a big song that people will know called "The Time Is Something for Dreamers." Time is right for dreamers. We'll see if that's correct, which Carrie Hope Fletcher has successfully covered recently. It's a beautiful score. I've heard some of the music, I've got the recording at home. Don't know much about the story apart from the fact that it's an extraordinary girl who is quiet and dreams big in her head and succeeds in lighting up people's lives by doing very small but innocent and kind acts of kindness, to a stage where she, at some point, finds the love of her life and has to learn to, rather than being quiet and inhibited and do things secretly, has to start speaking her mind. So it sounds quite fascinating. I know no more about it than that, and a couple of the songs. So Amelie, Amelie, I think it's that. A new musical UK tour starting at the Watermill Theatre near Newbury in a little village called Bagner. I'll see some more footage inside, and we'll also do the after show report as well if I'm not home too late. See you in a bit. Morning. So back very late last night. You can hear I've just got up. And we were at the Watermill in Newbury, just outside Newbury, in a place called Bagner, for the UK premiere of the new musical Amelie. Now, I've given you a little bit of a preface what that's about, and this next bit of the vlog is really about what we thought. Now, I went in with not many expectations of the show. I've not seen the film. I have the recording, and I like some of the music. Well, what a treat. The show is absolutely beautiful. It's unique. It is superbly inventive and cute. So let me tell you a little bit about. So Amelie is a girl who lives in Paris, has an estranged relationship with her father, loses her mother at an early age, and struggles to connect with people. And as a way to bridge that, kind of interferes and meddles. It's a little bit like I would describe as a French modern Hello Dolly. The show, as you can see, is based on a film, and the film did quite well with some Academy Award nominations. I've never seen the film, but the film is not a musical. So let's talk a little bit about the show. So firstly, the music is lovely. So the show has just to refer to my notes here, a book by Craig Lucas and music by Daniel Messé, and also lyrics by Nathan Tyson and Daniel Messé. Now, the lyrics got laughs, which you don't hear nowadays very much, really, because normally we've got jukebox musicals and they're hamming in these shows that, they're very witty, it's very funny, it's very heartfelt. The show is all set in kind of a very transient, I described it a bit like a sort of utopian kind of metro station, beautifully designed. Now, if you've not been to the Watermill before, I will warn you, you are literally on the laps of the performance. It's very small, and I have to be honest, if you haven't booked for the Watermill yet, try not to sit in the first 3 rows. I probably saw less than sort of 60% of the show because the sight lines were so poor, and literally there was this big tall people in front of us, and it's not their fault. It was just the first few rows were on the flat, so that disturbed me a bit. However, not enough to sort of like, you know, not enjoy the show. I mean, the show is utterly charming. There's some fantastic use of puppetry and some beautiful, inventive choreography, which I believe is Tom Jackson Greaves. I remember, yes, Tom Jackson Greaves. And Michael Fentiman's direction is smart, witty, quick. It really gives you that sort of like mysterious, mystique feeling, and you know, it's a really beautiful, heartfelt piece. I absolutely adored it. It's you know, considering I went in there without having many expectations, it was absolutely wonderful. So let's talk about some performances. It would be very hard to talk about this show without talking about the luminous, beautiful, gorgeous Audrey Brisson, who plays Amelie. Now, it's a huge role. She hardly leaves the stage. And as well as singing and acting a storm, she has this wide-eyed wonderment of this girl that's kind of outside looking in on the world and trying to find her place. And everything she looks at is like meddlesome and interesting, and, you know, it's a heartbreaking, multi-layered performance, absolutely wonderful. Chris Jarrett, who plays Nino, is as equally, so he, without giving the show away too much, he becomes her love interest in the show, but she just doesn't have the heart to speak up and tell her, which is actually quite a sad part of the show. And we find him sort of like in similar circumstances, really, and you know, he mirrors her beautifully, and they work absolutely beautiful together. Now, I've not always been a huge fan of this, but the whole cast also double as the orchestra. Now, sometimes that's intrusive, not in this show. It is an absolute perfect complement of musicianship and actors, and they are all in character when they're playing the score, which is quite a complex score, obviously from memory, because there's no books up there, so, you know, it is quite a mean feat. And in the past, I'm like, oh, why haven't they just got a band? It's just, you know, in the way, you keep seeing somebody, you know, with a violin and, you know, that sort of stuff. But there's 2 reasons this is so good. One, it absolutely suits the characters and gives this idea of kind of bohemian Paris beautifully. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it sounds luscious. I mean, the singing, the scoring, every instrument you can hear, it is absolutely to die for. So, you know, I can't really speak highly enough of that production. The set is clever, very sweet, very, you know where you are every 5 minutes. It's very multifaceted, very layered, and very clever how they move things around and open things up just to give you a little bit of just change a couple of things, and it completely changes the scene. And I think I mentioned already, but some absolutely gorgeous, heartbreaking use of puppetry in several parts of the show. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it literally melted my heart. So absolutely wonderful. Lighting design was wonderful. Sound was, as I've already said, absolutely impeccable, wonderful, and you know, overall it was an absolutely fantastic night out of the movie at the cinema. Sorry, cinema. At the theatre. I was about to say it feels like being at the cinema, because it's this wonderful cinematic tale which plays out in front of you. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend it 100%. Now, I do believe the Watermill run is on until May. I am definitely going to see if I can get another ticket. I'm going to see if I can sit a bit further back so I can see a bit more. And it's also then on the UK tour now that's going around the country. I think it may lose something after not being in that small space. However, I would also be very interested to see how it fits on a full proscenium stage. I think it would also maybe add something and give a bit more of an epic feel than the kind of mini sort of chamber musical that was presented last night at the Watermill. So the show's at the Watermill until the middle of May, and then on tour around the UK, and I would absolutely 100% recommend it with 5 stars. Absolutely can't speak highly enough of it. Really loved it. Audrey Brisson was wonderful. Chris Jarrett was wonderful. Beautifully directed, funny, heartfelt, inventive, and exceptionally clever. It charmed the pants off me. Not literally, thankfully. So before the curtain comes down today, you know what you want to do. We've got lots more coming up. Please follow us. Please subscribe. So subscriptions will mean you get a little bell ring when we upload some new videos. We've got lots of stuff coming up, including a trip to New York, including another trip to Waitress coming up, and also 8 Misbehaving at Southwark Playhouse next week. So that's something we're coming to quite soon. So please subscribe below. Just hit subscribe. Also, please comment. Please also a thumbs up is always well liked. You can also follow us on social media channels, namely Twitter, where I'm Adam Amdram, and on Instagram and Facebook, where I'm Adam Amdram Adam on Facebook and Instagram. Yes, that's right. So that's me over and out today. I'm going to enjoy the very sunny weekend, which looks like it's ahead of us, and I look forward to some more reports in the next couple of weeks, and also some more Big Fish rehearsals. So please stay tuned for those, and we, as always, look forward to seeing you on the aisles. Take care for now. Good night. See you. Bye.